So the first one is the car. I just got a Jeep Compass Trailhawk 2017. The reason I got this car was not necessarily because I didn't like the RAV4, but because it didn't have four-wheel drive. What I've been dealing with for the last 2 years actually only had front-wheel drive, and I think I was putting that car to the max where I was taking it. So now we have a car that's meant to go outside a little bit more. I can deal with inclement weather. I can deal with snow now. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable. In addition, I also have better ground clearance. So I'm very excited about the future with this car and the spots it will be able to bring us. So I hope you enjoy that addition. But the second one is the rooftop tent. So this is actually a thermally insulated one, and it's also waterproof. So for me, where I camp, I live in Oregon. It's either raining, it's snowing, it's windy. Usually the weather's not great, so this will be great for me so I can actually go out in the woods and still enjoy what I like to do, even on crappy weather like today. So today we're dealing with rain that's probably coming in tonight. Tomorrow should be a little bit more sunny, and then I'll show you my third and final addition to the channel. All right, folks, so I kind of got everything set up here, and then it just kind of started raining and snowing. So I'm trying to see if this will slow down. It was snowing really hard a second ago. Now it's just kind of raining, but I'm hoping this will kind of stop. It's not supposed to rain till late tonight, and it's not supposed to be that intense. So. All right, so it's been raining for about the last hour and a half. It's around 5:15 right now. It's getting dark out there, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping to show you the campsite tonight, but we're gonna have to hold off till the morning. This is one of those forests where they get around 80 inches of rain a year, and some weekends you win and some you don't. And anyway, we'll see you in the morning, and hopefully tomorrow's better filming. All right, good morning, folks. So it was just kind of rainy, snowy, and windy last night. I was able to get pretty good sleep because it wasn't that windy. This tent can get pretty loud if the wind's going too bad, but I'd say it's probably only around 10-15 miles an hour last night. So nothing too crazy, but unfortunately, it's still raining outside. All right, so it looks like we're kind of in between rainstorms right here. The sun's actually peeking out a little bit over there, but you can see the next showers coming over this ridge right here. Also up there, you can see where it snowed. So it was supposed to snow here last night, but I'm kind of glad it didn't. We're basically right below the snow line, and this road's very scary to go down if there's snow just because it's very steep. I mean, I have great tires, but we get a lot of wet snow around here, so I'd rather not play that game. Right, so we just got up to an area where there's some snow at. I just went about 500 feet up on this forest road up here. Nothing crazy, not a lot of snow, but enough to make it at least a little pretty. So I was thinking I'm gonna walk up to that hill up there and go see if I can fly the drone up there and get some cool shots. Almost up to the top, but man, climbing up this like 200, 500 feet, whatever this is tough, and about 6 inches of snow. Woo! As I just almost slipped right there. So interesting thing about where we're at right now, where I pulled off and just walked up to this mountain, is we're about only a half a mile away from where the first episode of this channel was filmed. If you go down this road just a little further, you'll get there in a little while. But to me, I think it's just a good point to think back where we were about a year ago. The channel started in April of last year. I was shooting with a camera phone. My tripod was coolers. Moving forward into 2021, I'm just excited to see where we'll be at this point next year. So I appreciate you tuning along. I put zero pushing into this channel, so if you're here, I'm happy you found us. And anyway, let's see how 2021 goes. All right, so we just got to the Cedar Butte trailhead. You can see the area we're going to be going up there. This is more of a primitive hike. It's about 7 miles off of the highway on a pretty steep forest road, so not a lot of people out here. And as today is a great day to do it, I'm the only car in the parking lot, so let's go get started. All right, so we're about a half mile from the top, but it's starting to get icier than no other and steep. This is probably only one of the sections. It's hard to tell, but underneath all this, the fur debris is all this just sheet of ice, and it's just trying to throw you off the side of the trail over here. So I'm gonna head back down before it gets too intense. All right, so I just pulled off about a half mile from the trailhead. I'm gonna walk up to this viewpoint up here. It should have a pretty cool view of Cedar Butte, so we can get some drone shots of that. And fortunately, I'm pretty bummed that we weren't able to walk up there today. That was definitely part of this episode, but you know what, we'll include it in one of the future ones. All right, so I've been hanging around the river for about 15 minutes now. No one's here so far, but it looks like someone just pulled up, so I'm gonna probably call this episode here. I appreciate you tuning in, even though the weather was pretty crappy last night and I wasn't able to get as much filming done, but it's still always fun, and it's honestly kind of the reality of how it goes out in Western Oregon in the winter for camping. So anyway, we'll see you next time.